Hey y'all, I wanted to read from We Never Said Goodbye today. This novel is about friendship, loss, grief, and second chances. And it's a friends to lovers book, but it also deals with, in my opinion, some really deep-rooted things that a lot of people you probably wouldn't see in a romance novel. But again, I like to write plot, so in this book, I'm going to start on chapter 3, and this is when the two main characters, Fiona and Simon, meet for the first time. So, I'm going to begin. Cannonball! I heard someone yell as a giant swell of ice-cold water hit my back. I cried in shock. I had just walked out of the locker room and dropped my bag onto the lounge chair when the water hit me. My sisters and I grabbed our favorite loungers. They faced the diving board of the pool, but mine was off to the side because we wanted some space while we laid out. Josie picked this spot because she liked to watch the boys. She was 16. Gabriella was 14, and also kind of boy crazy. My sister Brenda was like me. At 12, she and I were what you called Irish twins. We were born less than 12 months apart. To the ladies out there, breastfeeding isn't birth control. At 11, I was basically what people used to call a tomboy. I did not take any crap from anyone, and I wasn't afraid of anyone or anything. And after that splash, once I figured out who was responsible, they would have hell to pay. I turned around and saw 3 boys swimming in the pool, laughing it up. One boy was super black hair. The other 2 had brown hair. Who splashed me? I demanded of them. I stood at the side of the pool with my hands on my hips. The boys snickered. I asked, who splashed me? I demanded louder. I might be smaller than pretty much every kid, but I was no pushover. I stood on the side of the pool in my black bikini that my mother made me wear. She said it made me look more girly. The bottom had this extra fabric around the waist. Yes, it was a ruffle. I secretly loved it. I did, said a black-haired boy who was swimming on his back. He had a smirk on his face as his arms extended behind him, doing the backstroke. What are you going to do about it? I lifted my chin. Rather than argue with the mean kid, I walked over to the diving board and bounced twice, then jumped in, tucked my legs into my chest. My splash was so big, the boy came up sputtering from under the water. What the hell? The black-haired boy demanded. All's fair in love and war, I said as I swam away. Over to the ladder. I was so proud of myself. I had a little grin on my face. But before I grabbed the metal bars, I was abruptly pulled back and yanked under the water. I came up sputtering, my arms splashing the surface in alarm. The firm arm of the black-haired boy was around my waist, keeping my face above the water. Now we're even, he said, swimming with me against him to the shallow end. How is that even? I yelled, now standing in the shallow end of the pool, glaring at the boy in front of me. He had the darkest green eyes I'd ever seen. His eyes were rimmed with thick black lashes like eyeliner. I'd never seen a boy with eyes like that. I'd never seen a girl either who wasn't wearing makeup. But he was mean, and I wasn't going to let his pretty eyes distract me. Even? You think we're even? I didn't give him a chance to reply or dodge. I jumped on top of him, pushing him under the water. When we finally came up for air, the 2 boys with him were holding their stomachs, laughing and pointing at us. Simon got his ass kicked by a little girl, one of the boys sang. Shut up, Riley, Simon sputtered as he stood up. Then he turned to me, a weird look on his face. And there you go. There's a little bit of We Never Said Goodbye. That is Simon and Fiona meeting for the first time. I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked it, you can pick up a copy at with Kindle Unlimited. It's on Amazon and also on Barnes & Noble. And hopefully pretty soon it'll be available on Audible.